How we met was my brother in the Air Force, and came home on his first leave, and he wanted a date. Well, I knew two girls, and I called one of them up. But before that, when I called her, Marie answered the phone, and I talked to her for about 30 minutes. And I said, man, I like this girl. When we got in touch with each other again, she already had me a date with somebody. And it wasn't Granny. And I told her, no, I wanted to go with her cousin, Marie. Anyhow, we went out there to pick her up. Her mother came to the door and said, she's about ready. And just a minute later, she came to the door, and I was stunned. I said, this is the prettiest girl I've ever seen. This is the girl I want to marry. And so we went and got in the car, and my brother says, I'm driving. Well, we didn't have room for 4 people in the back seat. So my buddy had to get up front, and I was sitting back there with Marie, and we hadn't even left. We was sitting up on the road in front of the house, and I looked at her and told her, I said, I want to marry you. And she says, no, I want to marry you. And it was less than 3 months later, we were married. And was married for 58 years plus a few months. That was it. But it was a happy time, We had 4 kids, boy and 3 girls. I can't tell you how wonderful she was, because she's the most wonderful woman I ever knew. Most wonderful. I've tried to describe it to myself, and I can't do it. She was kind and generous, and if anybody ever needed anything, she was there to help them, and she'd go to their houses. Or if somebody broke down somewhere in a car, she'd get in her. She was a mechanic too. She'd get in her car and go get their car cranked. If she couldn't, she'd take them somewhere. We'd both get up. She'd fix me a lunch and fix me an egg sandwich, and not on toast, but it's just on plain bread. Wrap it in wax paper where I could go to work. And I ate that thing as soon as I got to work. It was real good, but the best time was on Saturday mornings when we'd get up. I had a TV down in this room. We'd come down here, and she'd get there and cook breakfast. Our 4 kids would be down here, and usually company, other people's kids. It might be 2 or 3 of them, maybe 4. And she'd get in there and cook pancakes fast as she could cook them. They'd be getting them and bringing them down, or eating in the dining room in there. Fast as she'd cook, and that breakfast went on for about an hour of eating. Pancakes stacked up like that. Handmade. And eggs and sausage and bacon. That went on every weekend. And if somebody came in, she always had an extra cook. If somebody else came in, that happened a lot of times. There'd be plenty for probably 3 or 4 or 5 more if they wanted something to eat. She'd just add to it, and that'd be it. That Saturday was the best time for breakfast around here. And watching cartoons. January the 13th, 2015. Because my birthday was on January the 12th. And they told me she wasn't gonna make it through the night. And I asked that she made it through the night, and she did. How can you come up with that much love? She was everything to me. Everything. She did everything.